my kitchen. My name's Shannon, and today I'm going to be making a fast and easy, fantastic tasting Pico de Gallo recipe. If you follow the Trim Healthy Mama way of eating, this is a Fuel Puel, which means it can be eaten with any S, E, or other Fuel Puel ingredients. Alright, let's get started. What you're going to need is 3 Roma tomatoes. If you can't find Roma tomatoes at the grocery store, that's okay. Go ahead and use whatever you can find. Just know that cherry tomatoes have a lot less liquid, and sliceable tomatoes like a beef steak have a lot more. Roma is the perfect amount of liquid for your dish. 1 medium red onion. You can use white or yellow instead if you rather, but red has a perfect mild flavor. 2 cloves of garlic. Half a pack of fresh cilantro, which is about 1/8 pound if you're purchasing it by the pound. I never use dried, always fresh. Half a tablespoon of salt, pink Himalayan, and 1/4 teaspoon of desiccated lime. Now, a classic recipe calls for lime juice, but I found that if you add juice, then when you put it on a taco or a burrito, all the liquid falls out onto the plate, and that's where all the flavor is. So by putting in the lime powder instead of the lime juice, you get to keep the flavor in your taco or burrito where it belongs. I buy mine at nuts.com, but you can purchase the true lime or true lemon packets as well. I just use a whole lot more than 1 packet at a time, so I go ahead onto nuts.com and purchase mine there. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting up the ingredients, and I'll come back when I'm done. Alright, the ingredients have been cut, and let me explain a few things before we mix them together. I always cut my tomatoes first, and I sprinkle them with a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt and let them rest on the board. This draws out a lot of the liquid so that when I mix everything together, I'll have a less runny pico de gallo. Next, I cut the onions, and I like to use an onion holder. Now, you don't have to, but this keeps me from cutting off the tips of my fingers. I purchased this one from Pampered Chef, but I'm sure you can purchase it from just about anywhere. I'll put a link in the description below to where you can find one. When I cut the cilantro, I like to fold it in half and cut it pretty small using both the leaves and the stems. When I get to the stems, I make sure I cut them very small. That way I don't get a big piece of stem in my mouth, but it's not woody, so it's not a big deal to include them in the recipe. When I mince the garlic, I like to use the Kuhn garlic press. I peel the paper first, I run them through the press, and when it's finished, I can scrape out all the extra. I go ahead and put that on the board and chop it a little and include it in the recipe too. The more garlic, the better. All right, so let's go ahead and mix it all together. I use a scraper to make sure that I've got every last piece. Now, since you have it all cut, it's a good idea to add a little bit of each ingredient at a time. That way it mixes better in the board. It mixes better from the board in the bowl. It's kind of like a layer salad this way. I leave behind that tomato juice so that it doesn't water down the pico. Now, go ahead and add the salt. I go pretty heavy on the salt. It's about 1/2 tablespoon. Then for the desiccated lime, I put in about 1/4 teaspoon. Really, a little goes a long way with this. And then just mix it together. It's just that easy. Now you have a beautiful pico de gallo that you can add to any Southwestern style meal. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can check back for more great videos and recipes. Have a great day.